Hello, hello Varun, hello Subhash, Pranam, Vinay. Good evening, sir. How are you? I am fine. How are you? Right, sorry. Lots of questions. Great. Good evening, Dheeraj. Namaste, George. Vinay. Great. Subhash ji. Saturn in third house, Jeshta Nakshatra. Pada 2 for Virgo ascendant. Saturn in third house is always like business oriented position. Mm, Sooner or later, you may have to start your own business. Job setup is not for you, but it is also like toxic relationship with your younger sibling if you have any. Plus, for research oriented matters, it is a very good position. I got a question. My Lagna is 27-degree Libra. Does it mean I will start feeling Jupiter in the seventh transit only when Jupiter no, it is not like this. It largely depends on our sensitivity. That when we will start getting the results of like transit and all. It depends on our sensitivity. What I mean to say is that planets are giving you result the moment they enter into the sign, but we are not sensitive enough to get the result. Okay, we are not sensitive enough to realize the result. So suppose Jupiter has entered into Aries, now Moon transits through Aries in its monthly transits. When Moon transits through Aries and transits over Jupiter, then the mind gets the sensitivity of that result. That's why like Moon transiting over the transiting planet is important to start feeling the results. Jupiter Lagna Lord, just a second. Great. Okay. Jupiter Lagna Lord conjunct with Rahu in fourth house in the sign of Pisces. Pisces, fourth house Gemini, Pisces ascendant. How will be the personality of the person? Also, what does Lagna conjunct with Rahu in fourth house in Gemini tells about the person? Person can be very communicative. Okay, can be highly communicative, plus it is very good for property related matters, real estate and all. It is very good for any communication and counseling related work, teaching related work. It also shows person can be interested more in foreign lands and staying in foreign lands because Rahu represents foreign things. But huge properties. Rahu, Jupiter both are expansive. They are in fourth house. Person can have huge properties, big number of properties. Okay. If Right, these are the things I can see right now. If a planet is very combust, do we consider its drashtis to be nullified? No. Nothing is nullified in astrology, nothing is cancelled in astrology, everything is in addition. Okay. And in all divisional charts as well. I don't consider aspects in divisional charts. Okay. In divisional charts, you can only use Gemini aspect, not planetary aspect. I have written the article on it. Why? So checking that article will help you. If what is this? If 10 RD is retro, placed in 11th house with Saturn as is also retro, can delays career. 10th lord. Okay. If 10th lord is retro, placed in 11th house with Saturn is also retro, can delays career, start and income? Yeah, it can. Okay. Saturn sitting anywhere can bring some sort of like difficulties in results or delays in the results of the house. Right. How will be Jupiter Mahadasha as Jupiter is in the first house, Libra, ascendant, Swati Nakshatra? It depends on how you utilize it. Okay. Every dasha can give you best of the result if you do something related with that planet. Jupiter is sitting in your first house, Libra. First house is self, Libra is business, Swati is independent, and Jupiter is knowledge. If you are independently working in a knowledge oriented business of guiding, counseling, consulting people, it can be excellent dasha. If you are not doing it, then average dasha. Okay. So no planet per se, like with their positions, we cannot say that this dasha will be this like this. Okay. Even Jupiter exalted dasha can be difficult if person is not doing things related with Jupiter. And if even like Saturn debilitated dasha can be beneficial if person is doing things related with Saturn. So it largely depends on our actions. It wholly depends on our actions, not largely. Saturn and Ketu in 12th house opposite Mercury, Rahu in Rahu for Aries ascendant. What is the question here? 12th house Saturn Ketu, person can have like lots of issues with the sleep. Okay, like insomnia kind of issues. Plus, it can be like good for spiritual pursuits, but difficult for as I said, sleep or psychological issues and all. Um, the 12th house is also expenses, losses. Person may be spending a lot. Rahu Mercury in Virgo can be like highly perfectionist person. Okay, OCD kind of thing, like obsessive compulsive disorder. Sun in Punarvasu Nakshatra Pada 4, also born in Kritika Nakshatra Pada 2 for Virgo ascendant. Virgo ascendant Punarvasu, that means either it can be like 10th house or I cannot say like this. I don't even know their house position. It can be in 10th house, 11th house, either ways. Okay. And born with Kritika Nakshatra means moon is in Kritika Nakshatra. I'm unable to like get the chart here in my head. Thank you. Your favorite placement for Venus. Venus can be best when it is in the 7th house Libra. Okay, that is the like only best placement I can think of. Now again it depends. If a person is relationship oriented planet, he may like Venus in 7th house Libra. If a person is like wealth oriented person, he may like Venus in Taurus. If a person is more in like knowledge and all, Venus in Sagittarius. If person is creative, Venus in Leo or Pisces. Okay. Does fifth house also represents wealth apart from second, 11th, and the 8th? What other houses represent wealth? Fifth house in the sense that if you want to follow your creative pursuits, because fifth house is the house of creativity. If someone wants to follow creative pursuits, be a celebrity and all, then fifth house can give lots of wealth, because obviously, like if you are a creative person, you can you just a second. You can be interested in like following your creative pursuits as a, and you can become a celebrity, okay, musician, dancer and all. So that will obviously give more money. Okay, so in this sense, like fifth house can bring money to the person. Seventh, Jupiter in Ashwini nakshatra, eighth house. Sir, I am not understanding your code languages. Seventh Jupiter in Ashwini Nakshatra, eighth house. What does it mean? I don't know. Seventh Lord Jupiter in Ashwini. Please explain or rephrase. Right. So money-oriented houses are like are like second and 11th, eighth because it is other people wealth, fifth because of creative pursuits. Also like financial markets. So gambling and all is seen from fifth. So that is where fifth can also bring money. Money can be coming from any house. Okay, like if you are in professions like doctor or a lawyer, sixth house can be the money. Money matters. Sixth house can bring money to you. If you are in like building and construction related work, fourth house can bring money to you. So money can come from anywhere, but 11th house shows your monthly income, second house shows your savings, and eighth house shows your business benefits, business gains, how much you make in like a business setup. Okay. Right. Sun in seventh for Aries ascendant. Okay, but Venus is in Leo aspected by Jupiter from ninth house. Ego conflicts in relationship, but person can be very creative and he can be like making his career in creative field. Person should not work under others authority, otherwise troubles. Okay, with ego troubles. In relationship also ego troubles. uh, Sun in Punarvasu Nakshatra Pada 4 Vagottama in 11th house for Vago ascendant. Also Moon in Kritika. What will be the result? Moon is in Kritika. I am considering Moon is also in 11th house, but because like Kritika means Ashwini Bharani Kritika. No, it can be like it can be like 10th house or 11th house, right? Anyways, Sun in Punarvasu Nakshatra Virgo. Virgo is the sign of healing and healthcare. Also, Cancer also represents like healthcare, nourishment, and taking care of others. Plus, Punarvasu is about rehabilitation. This much position is good for anyone uh, following the like this uh, healthcare related field, healing and healthcare. Okay, this much information. Okay. Obviously, career consultation takes a long time, so I am not giving any career consultation. This much information is good for someone for pursuing a career in healing and healthcare. That's it. Okay. Uh, or even teaching. Person can be interested in teaching also. Right. Fourth lord, if Saturn is combust. Fourth lord, if Saturn is combust in seventh house, is aspecting its own fourth house Aquarius, and Rahu is also aspecting fourth house. And if ninth, 12th, and 7th lord is exalted, should I go to foreign lands? Yeah, you should. Okay. Like Saturn impact on fourth house itself, and Saturn is in the seventh house. I think it is in Taurus sign. Okay, seventh house, and it is combust. So very limited benefits from homeland. So this person should consider going to foreign lands, but again, it is not consultation. I am not giving any consultation here. I haven't seen the chart. This is prima facie, what I can see right now. Seventh Lord Jupiter in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada. It is good for any knowledge of healing, healthcare, plus metaphysics. Okay, if person is interested in metaphysics or occult, also alternate or unconventional ways of healing and healthcare. If person is interested in into energy healing and all, this can be great position. Jupiter in Ashwini Nakshatra, person can gain a lot of knowledge related with these fields. Right. Arushi, how are you? If 8th Lord is in 12th house, one should one should not go for business to avoid losses. This is where we should always make distinction between living significances and non-living significances. Business is non-living significance. It is the the result of your efforts in the business setup. So it is not going to impacted by the 12th house of losses, or if planet is debilitated and all, it is not getting impacted, because you are going to put your effort. As per your effort, you will get the result. But relationship results depend on lots of other things. Cooperation of many people in relationship, right? So this is why I will still say that person can have his own business even with 8th lord is in 12th house. Okay. I will still say person can have good result in business. Only thing is he has to persevere with it. Initially he has to make a plan for 2-3 years, continuously doing it, and then he can persevere. Seventh Lord Jupiter in 8th house in Ashwini Nakshatra Pada 2 for Virgo ascendant. What will be the result? Yeah, I just said it is good for your knowledge of healing and healthcare, occult mysticism, energy healing, etc. But if you are asking in relationship matter, then relationships are going into instability. Seventh Lord going into 8th house, relationship are very unstable for this person. Please say anything positive about Mars in 4th house at highest debilitation point. That means it is in Ashlesha. Excellent position to become a psychologist. This is positive. Ashlesha is all about psychology. Okay. Mars is ascendant lord, 8th lord. 8th house is also psychology. If you want, you can pursue psychology. It will be an excellent field for you, considering this much information. I have Sun in second house, Capricorn conjunct with Mercury, and Saturn in the third house. Always have issues with my dad. Any remedy in astrology? Is it true wearing gold will reduce it? I'm not much into remedies and gemstones and all these things, so I cannot help you. Honestly, I don't even know which remedy is for which planet, which gemstone is for which planet. I don't even know that. Okay. So I cannot help you much, but what I can advise you, just to look into this thing, like if you are having continuous issues with someone, with your father, with your mother, anyone, maybe universe wants you to take responsibility on yourself and move away from them. That's it. Okay. Universe wants you to be independent. That's why, like, it is giving all the troubles. Understand, through this example, suppose I'm in this life, I am to learn how to be more patient and calm person. For that, it is very important that I should be surrounded by irritating people and provocating people who are provocating me daily. Then only I can learn, I can have an idea how much patient I have become, how much calm I have become. Okay, so this is the thing. Uh, my way is never of remedies. I only tell people to reflect back whatever circumstances are happening in your life. All those circumstances are giving you message. Okay, universe is trying to guide you through those circumstances. Please reflect back, and you will get the guidance what you should be doing. You look like my Guruji Pandit Praveen Good Candy, sir. Great, thank you. Mm, Pranam to your Guruji. Are there any planetary combinations for sleep paralysis? Sleep paralysis. It is like mercurial thing. Okay, Mercury is more important when something like this, sleep it is nervous system related disorder in a way. So Mercury Mars combination can bring it. But like I had sleep paralysis few times. I love it. When I go through that feeling of sleep paralysis, that is an excellent feeling. Uh, Namaste, sir. How we know this person is soulmate through his chart? We cannot know. Uh, Please read my views on relationship and astrology. You look like very new to this channel. Thank you for advising. Welcome for asking. Living signification of eighth house should be gained from other people. A spouse with Saturn means losses. Or gains with perseverance. Okay, understand now, like different level of the same rule. You are saying like living significance is gain from other people because other people are also like living people, right? I agree on this point. But here, what is important is your interaction with other people. Okay, like let's take this example. I'm teaching, I'm taking these like sessions once in a week for 1 hour, and I'm dealing with you people in this 1 hour. You are also living significance. I'm also living significance. I'm also a living person. You are also a living person. But how far is this interaction? How far I'm talking to you? 1 hour, and in that 1 hour, I'm talking to a lot of people. What I'm trying to say, this is insignificant interaction. We cannot have any dispute or conflict within 1 hour. Okay, if you are into business setup, you are dealing with your clients and your customers and all. How far is that interaction? How long is that interaction? Very like a few minutes, maybe a couple of hours. What is the chance of having any conflict within those couple of hours? After that, that person may never contact you. You may never hear from that person. So the chances of any issues coming between you and your client are very less. But in relationship, like in marriage or any other relationship, what happens? Your interaction with other person is far more, almost 24/7. That other person can message you any time, he can call you anytime, you can call and message anytime. More interactions, more chances of conflict. Let's take another example. If I have a friend, suppose I have a friend who is only like messaging me on festivals, happy Holi, happy Diwali. Okay, is there any chance of having any conflict with him? Okay, obviously on happy Diwali I cannot say happy Christmas, right? So this is the thing, I cannot have any conflict with that person. But if there is another friend with whom I am communicating and interacting on almost every topic of life, we are discussing on politics, we are discussing on governments, we are discussing on COVID situation, we are discussing on everything under the sun, then obviously he will have some differences of opinion, I will have some differences of opinion someday, and that may lead to any conflict. Okay, so when you are dealing with the people, now the gist is that when you are dealing with the people in business setup, it is still non-living significance because the interaction is very less. But if you are dealing with people at personal level, personal relationship, then it is living significance because your interactions are higher, and then like chances of conflict increases multifold. Okay, this is why this the distinction is done as per the level of interaction you are having. Like in my situation also, like I can tell, I have these classes, and I do consultations, and these sessions also many people came into touch with me through these things. Okay, so then they wanted to ask some further questions and all, and they wanted to have regular communications. So even though we were only talking about astrology, some differences of opinion came. Okay, they said at some point of at some concept, oh, I have this disagreement with you, and I said, okay, I have this view on this concept. So when interactions went on, that possibility of conflicts started. Okay, this is why your business clients are non-living significances, because even though they are living people, but they are still non-living significance because your interactions is very minimum. So I will still say the person can gain from this position of eighth lord in the 12th house in the business, but as it is with Saturn, with perseverance, as you said. Please provide a tip combination that top astrologers don't share. Fifth house. Okay, this is obviously they share, because and that's how I came to know. So this is one of the secret of astrology, that fifth house is the house of your receptivity of counseling, how you receive a counseling of someone. Okay, so if lots of malefics are in the fifth house, or fifth lord is not in good position, and that means like that person may not listen to anyone's advice. So many astrologers even check the fifth house of the person before even giving them consultation. They feel that, okay, why should I waste my time if this person is not going to listen to me even. Okay, so fifth house is your receptivity to counseling also. Sun and Rahu in Virgo in fifth house, good for any analytical nature of work. This person can be highly perfectionist. Okay, and that may lead to some problem in relationship matter. Fifth house, love, romance, and all. He may push that perfectionist nature towards the partner. Okay, he may project it on partner, and that may lead to some conflicts in the relationship. But for career matters, any analytical and any work which requires lots of analysis and details, it is a very good position. Lots of issues with authority figures. I get sleep paralysis around 2 3 times a week. My Mercury is conjunct with Rahu in 8th house in Gemini. I have been having it since 2017. Sometimes I have auditory and sometimes vision hallucination. Meditation can help. Please meditate regularly. This is another thing, like uh, after I started like regular meditation and all, now I don't have sleep paralysis and all. Uh, Best position of Jupiter according to you, Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer. I have it. So there is no two opinion on that. This my first time coming in this live. Last question, please. How we know other person? How we know person who has a strong intuition through his chart? A strong intuition. Ketu becomes important. Okay, Ketu position, Moon's position, moksha houses like 4th, 8th, and 12th. Okay, they are the houses of intuition. So if like strong planets are in the moksha houses, or moksha lords are strong, this shows person can have like good intuitive powers, more so like Ketu or Moon position. See Ketu's position and Moon position. Ketu in moksha houses can be very strong for intuition. After wearing Rudraksha, hallucination have stopped, but I still get sleep paralysis. Rahu Dasha may be the reason. It's about to end in November. Are there ways to stop it? As I said, try meditation. It may help you. Thank you. You're welcome. Ketu in Aries in 5th house, Mars in 9th house. Good for educational purposes, like Ketu in Aries in the 5th house, research oriented education, and Mars can give lots of courage and willpower to the person for education, but not so very good for relationship matters. So Rahu in the 5th makes one a rebel. Yes. Shouldn't be counseled to save one's sanity. If Rahu is further impacted by another malefic, one malefic in 5th house is not that difficult, but if two malefics, 2 or 3 malefics are coming together, or if 2 or 3 malefics are even aspecting 5th house, that also destroys the 5th house. Okay. Fifth lord debilitation, fifth lord difficult placements can also destroy the ability to be counseled, especially in early life. Obviously, as the person grows, he learns through his experiences and all. He can improve, but initial life, it is very difficult to counsel such a person. Right. Ketu in Aries in 5th, Mars in Leo in the 9th. Is this transit of Jupiter good for me? Good again, like what is your definition of good? It is good for your educational purposes, but it is not good for your relationship purposes. Okay, so if you are looking for relationship, it may be difficult transit. If you are looking for education, it may be a good transit. If you are looking for adoption, it can be excellent transit. So what you are looking for is matter. Okay. Hello, sir. How are you? Hello, Priyaji. Where are you? Long time no see. No coffee, no tea. Good evening, sir. What if Pisces ascendant, seventh lord? Seventh lord is Mercury sitting on ascendant. Mercury sitting on ascendant, aspecting on seventh house. Venus, eighth lord, sitting in eighth house. Okay, aspecting own house Libra. Any planet which aspects its own sign, it's kind of great. Any planet which aspects its own sign is kind of protecting that sign or that house. So both these position shows like a protection from Mercury's position and Venus position. But again, it is more so in non-living significances. Relationship will have its own troubles. Okay. Whatever I am saying here are more about career matters. It is not about relationship matter. Relationships are difficult and they are going to remain difficult. Thank you for sharing knowledge. Thank you, Saraji. How are you? Thank you. You're welcome, Kiza. Moon in first Taurus ascendant. Good. Mind is on self. In the beginning of life, person can be all about himself, but as he grows up, he can have better idea about the people and maybe more emotionally connected with the people. Because moon is mind and first house is self. So when moon is in the first house, mind is on self. Mind doesn't think about anyone else. Great. Then can only people with Ketu in the 12th house have their last life? I don't know. I'm not into this enlightenment state, okay, or enlightenment game, okay. So I don't know who is going to get enlightened. As per the chart, we cannot say that, okay. Like normally people say Ketu in the 12th house, people get enlightened, okay. So every day for 2 hours, everyone like whomsoever takes birth will have Ketu in the 12th house for 2 hours for that particular ascendant. Okay, so that means like all the children who are taking birth in those 2 hours are going to get enlightened. Great. I don't follow this logic. Nonsense. What if a planet like Venus is in Maran Karaka Sthan, but it is either in its own Rashi or exaltation, still it will trouble someone's relationship life will be troubled. Other things can still give the result, like finance, creativity, and other things. Person can still have some results coming. Relationship life will be difficult. Even Venus in Pisces is not very good for like relationship matters, right? It can make someone very imaginative about relationship. They may not be like very uh, like straightforward or like practical or realistic and all. Saturn in Aquarius in the sixth house for a Virgo ascendant, being aspected by debilitated Mars, uh, is going to have give pitta related disorders. It can, because Mars is a fiery planet, it can bring uh, pitta related issues. Okay, so also otherwise also like lots of even if you are talking about this transit right now, Saturn is in Aquarius, Mars is aspecting like 8th from Cancer, that is again in Aquarius, and Ketu's aspect is also coming there. So Aquarius sign has three difficult aspects of malefic planets. Okay, Saturn is there, Mars and Ketu are aspecting, and the person should take care of overall health. Virgo ascendants. Venus and Pisces can give two marriages. Number of marriages your society decides. You don't decide. They can get you married at any number of time. No issues. My father's 10th lord is debilitated. Does it mean that he will never be able to have a stable or successful profession? Not really. It's that 10th lord is showing a direction. Even if 10th lord is debilitated, it is showing some direction that in which area of life he should work. Like I have the, if you are talking about 10th house, I have the worst possible 10th house in the world, I guess. Okay. uh, This is situation of my 10th house. 10th house Leo. My Scorpio ascendant, 10th house Leo. I have Rahu Saturn sitting there. Sun, which is Lord of the 10th house, it is sitting in Capricorn, enemy sign, and Mars 8th aspect is again coming to the 10th house, from the 3rd house to the 10th house. So it is like heavily malefic impacted 10th house. Still I have some career. Okay, if still I have some recognition. I am not like world famous and all, but people know me. Okay, so it is not that one planet sitting here and there is going to block someone's career. Even that planet is trying to guide you if you are ready to listen to that guidance. Right, Venus and Rahu in the second house for Virgo ascendant. Great, it is in Libra. Person looks for perfect relationship, good for money matters, but best money is coming from Libra, the business. So get into your own business and get the best wealth of your life. Right. Business can be in financial field or creative field. 10th Lord is Jupiter in Capricorn in 8th house. Lots of people have it. It is not a big deal. Jupiter is knowledge, 8th house is serving other people, Capricorn is authority recognition. He will get his authority and recognition when he serves other people through his knowledge. That's it. Why does planets trouble relationship matters? Is it because people don't want to change or improve their behavior towards others? Right. First of all, it is very difficult to find two people ready to work on relationship. Okay, two people mature enough to work on relationship. That is the first thing, first requirement. It is very difficult. Everyone feels that other person is wrong. Okay, every partner feels like husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend that their partner is wrong. Partner needs to correct. I am absolutely fine. Okay, and this is the situation with 99% of population. Okay, then relationship life depends on everyone's effort. Like if I'm in relationship with someone, uh, she may be cooperating a lot, she may be adjusting a lot, but if I don't want to cooperate with her, how long she can cooperate? In Indian setup, the whole families get involved. Okay, anyone can poke their nose in the relationship. Okay, so how far you will manage things? So this is where like relationship becomes very difficult. Plus the independence factor, which has come with this century 2000 onwards. We are becoming more and more independent, and as we are becoming more and more independent, as it is going to continue now, okay, relationships are going to become more and more difficult. Jupiter, Mercury, Sun in third house for Virgo ascendant. Great. Get into any research oriented field. Scorpio. Become an astrologer. Great. Ketu in Pushya Nakshatra in the fifth house for Pisces ascendant. Not good for relationship, but it can be like good for psychology. Moon is mind. Ketu is like Cancer is ruled by Moon, which represents mind. Cancer is emotions, and Ketu is research. Okay, like emotional instability of people and all. You can research on that. For that also great. So, and that's where it can help. So in like education and counseling related professions, it can work well, but for relationship matters, it is not a good position. Worst Dasha Bhukti combination, Saturn Ketu, Ketu Saturn, because none of them is a provider. Saturn is limitations, Ketu is separation. Okay, so if person is going through Saturn Ketu Dasha or Ketu Saturn Dasha, it is the time to just sail through. Okay, don't have any materialistic plan. Okay, it is just time to sail through that time period. Don't have any hope or expectation that I will get this or that and all, because the whole energy is blocked. Saturn and Ketu. Uh, any combination required for foreign travel? Lots of uh, 12th house, ninth house, third house, 11th house. There, the Shahs, their transits can bring the possibility. Also, if someone has too many malefics in first house or fourth house, that can also send person into foreign lands and all. Why do we consider planetary positions in D9 for Neech Bhangraj Yoga? It should only be considered if the person is following right life path. Correct. I don't consider, people consider. Okay. So I don't even consider D9 for my generic consultations. I confirm things from my whole consultation is based on D1. I confirm things from D9 and D10 and all, nothing more than that. Does Jupiter Ketu in the first house, Leo in Navamsha, represents celibacy? Navamsha has nothing to do with relationship, so it has nothing to do with celibacy also. Right, we had a good discussion today. So all the new people on the channel or on site, they need to first see my views on relationship and astrology or marriage and astrology, and then they will be able to understand what I am trying to say. I have written many articles on it, and those articles will help you. What if exalted Jupiter is stuck between the Papkartri Yoga? Results will be very minimum and very delayed. Okay. But majority rules of NBRY require D9. Not really. The main rules which I follow for Neech Bhangraj Yoga is like exalted planet is sitting with debilitated planet is sitting with exalted planet. Uh, Debilitated planet's lord is exalted. Okay, and debilitated planet's lord is own sign. Okay, debilitated planet lord is aspecting it. These are like few main rules I follow. I don't think any of these require the presence of D9 chart. uh, Combust and retrograde Mercury in 7th house for Sagittarius ascendant. Good for business matters, but person can be very nitpicky about relationship. They can roam around from one relationship to another relationship because Mercury is frequent movement. Mercury in Ardhara Nakshatra in the 6th house. Ardhara means it can be in Gemini. Okay, Mercury in Gemini in the 6th house. Get into your own business. Watch out for your communications also. This person may attract troubles for himself through his communication. 6th house is obstacles, conflicts. Mercury is communication, and it is in the 6th house. So person may speak in such a way, maybe consciously, unconsciously, that it will invite troubles for him. Okay, so just be careful about your communications. Also, it can bring Mercury related health issues like skin, speech, and nervous system related disorders. Does Rahu Mahadasha and Mars Antardasha give anger issues? Mars Antardasha or Mars Mahadasha is enough. Okay. If Rahu is in Mars sign or anyways impacted by Mars, then we can include Rahu. But otherwise, like Mars Mahadasha or Antardasha coming anywhere is enough to bring anger issues to the person. Jupiter in Cancer sign, but Moon is in 12th from Jupiter. Moon is in Gemini. Will Moon reduce the results of Jupiter? Not really. It is good enough. Okay, if the person utilizes it, again, it is a very good position to be a teacher or a counselor and all. Moon in Gemini also shows that. Jupiter in Cancer also shows that. If person utilizes it, or if person takes any action in this area, then best result. If he doesn't take, then obviously person will feel that I am not getting good result and Moon is not well placed and all that. Uh, Human being don't accept their own mistake. We This is another way, we you can understand remedies and gemstones. Like there were few questions about remedies and gemstones. Why we need remedies and gemstones? Because we are not accepting our mistake, that we are doing something wrong. Okay, we are doing something wrong, that's why we are getting difficult result. If we improve, then the results will improve. Then obviously we don't need any remedy or gemstone. Okay, so this is another way of understanding the same thing. Best combination for someone who creates art that is different and stand out from others. Venus Rahu, Venus Ketu, unconventional. Okay, Rahu Ketu are unconventional. So Venus Rahu, Venus Ketu can give such results. Let's check. You can check charts of Pablo Picasso or Van Gogh. Okay, two people had really interesting charts. Okay, just a second. Mm, yeah, Rahu in the fifth house for Pablo Picasso, and right, Venus, Venus is getting aspect of Ketu. So this is the thing. When Rahu Ketu get involved with Venus or fifth house, then it can be like unconventional creativity. Uh, and Anger issues during your Rahu Mahadasha, Mars Antardasha. In my Mars Mahadasha, when I was like kid, okay, around 10, 12 years of age, at that time I used to be like very angry in that time period. Right. This is done. This is okay. This is also done. Can you please give tips for those people who are going through Saturn Mahadasha along with Saraswati? I have written a lot on Saturn, and those articles are there. Best tip I can give right now is that Saturn is all about changes. So be receptive towards the changes. Don't try to resist any change. Uh, the what I felt so far dealing with the people get into trouble only when they resist a change. Okay, change itself doesn't bring stress, resistance to change brings stress. So this is where the trouble is coming. Don't resist any change. Scorpio ascendant, Aquarius moon, what is it? Managers bad. What When can I change the job? Okay, again, like if managers are bad, maybe planets are telling you to become your own manager. Okay, but still, if you want to have a new job, this is a good time period where Saturn, Rahu, Jupiter all are aspecting your 10th house. If you like, you can apply and you can have some opportunities coming from now to October. Rahu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra, good for occult mystical things, good for gaining authority, but again the person would have to work in these fields, then only can he will get the authority. Saturn Sun period going on, right? It is good for change of job and all. Saturn Sun and all the planets, Saturn, Rahu, Jupiter are aspecting your 10th house. 10th house as Sun sign Leo, so it is good for that. Ketu in it, so from now to October you can expect some opportunities coming. Ketu in Scorpio for Cancer ascendant, and its Lord Mars retrograde in Libra. With the retrograde Saturn is bad for education. Yeah, initially like the person would have to like work really hard. Maybe like person would have to be told a lot, like the child would have to be told a lot that you have to study, you have to like work hard, then like child will be getting interested. Okay, so this is difficult, lots of malefic impact on fifth and fourth house, and so many planets in the fourth house means even the home environment may not be very good, which is also impacting the education. Okay, I think we are done. Just a second, I will take the last question. Eighth Lord retro in first house, Mars. It shows that major transformations are coming to the person. Person's life can be full of major transformation changes. Again, person needs to be receptive and go through the change. Also it shows like benefits from business are coming to self. If person is in business setup, then benefits are coming. So also sudden events, sudden changes can come. Okay, great, thank you. Moon Ketu 12th house remedies. Oh, person going through heavy delusions, meditate. I'm not much into remedies, don't mind. I said millions of times, no question on remedies and no question on marriage. Still people ask.